What are the 4 best ways to develop your website? That's what we're going to cover in today's video. Let's get right into it. You're an up and coming web designer. You got your web design files ready, and now you want to know how you can develop your website. Today's video, we're going to be going over the 4 best ways to develop your website, starting from no code to complete code and everything in between. So the first and arguably the easiest way to develop your website would be with a no-code tool like Wix or Squarespace. These sites have a versatile array of pre-built templates, very nice design. Just import a template, change the colors, change the text, upload your own files, change the images. These things have been optimized for people that have no experience of coding or websites. Little to zero learning curve, drag and drop, edit. It's wonderful for anybody that doesn't have the time, but a little bit of money to start their own website. It will get you going. This is all you need to get started. These sites are also capable of e-commerce. So if you want to start your online store, you don't have the time to learn design and to learn development. You just slap on the e-commerce, easy. They got tutorials on everything that you need. They can get you started. For blogs, I wouldn't really recommend them, but they do have blog functionality. Then there's WordPress. WordPress is an open source CMS software that's been here for a while. It's old, reliable, it's been tested and tried. It has a large community that can help you with whatever problems you may find while using WordPress. Has a variety of templates to just import. You can use Elementor as a visual editor to just change the text, the colors, the images, upload your own images and change the whatever you need. The main difference between WordPress and a no-code site like Wix or Squarespace is that Wix and Squarespace have a lot more customizability. You can move it around easier. You don't gotta do much. All WordPress, you'd have to learn a bit more. But the main thing WordPress has going for it is it's been there for a while. It has lots of plugins. WordPress sites are only as expensive as you need them to be. You can start off free, or you can go for those expensive SEO plugins. WordPress has one of, if not the best, CMS out there. You can build a template that you'll edit later on. Just change the title, change the content of the blog, and publish it to your site. You can add crazy amount of blogs to your website. WordPress is amazing for blogging. WordPress also boasts e-commerce compatibility. You can get plugins like WooCommerce, add it to your website, and then create an online store. Another no-code tool that has become very popular as of recent years is Webflow. It's a no-code tool, but if you don't know what you're doing, it's going to be very difficult to use. It's drag and drop, but what you're doing is basically dragging and dropping HTML elements into the site. So if you don't have previous knowledge of HTML and design principles and CSS, it's going to be very hard to get very far. It has a very steep learning curve. But to compensate for this, it has lots of customizability. You can do a lot of what you could do by writing code yourself. It's got e-commerce, it's got CMS, it's got basically everything you would need. It's a bit pricey, but the comfort that you gain from using Webflow is worth a lot to many people. That's why it's become so popular in recent years. We use it at Stigma Web Agency along with code. And finally, there's code. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. That's all you need to get started with software, especially front-end web development. It's a very great skill to have. Coding is basically free. You can just download a code editor, write in your code. All you need to buy is your domain. Just upload the code files to your domain and your website is up and running. If you learn code, it can help you with Webflow. With CSS and HTML down pat, you can go back into Webflow. It's going to be so much easier. If you want to design websites yourself, you have complete customizability with code. There's basically no reason that you shouldn't learn to code except if you don't have the time. If you just want to design, then something like Wix or WordPress would be okay. If you want to learn a lot more customizability in your websites, then code is the way to go. And so those are the top 4 ways to develop your website in 2022. There are some things I didn't mention, but this is just an entry-level video. I'll go into those things with more depth with other videos. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.